What a dank sound. What is that? It is over here.
You know, I'd really like to become a dubstep producer, but I don't know where to begin. Here's an article with steps. Step 1. Pirate FL Studio. The cracked version has a way warmer sound than the bought version. Step 2. Render the project with a bit rate of 32 kilobits per second. This is to make it compatible with phones. Step 3. Make your serum wavetables in MS Paint. Final step, add 2 instances of sausage fattener and 3 instances of OTT to your mastering chain. All right, let's see what kind of dubstep we can make. Google, how do I make dubstep? Let's see. Next. That's it, did what? Next. Here's an article with steps. Step 1. Pirate FL Studio. The cracked version has a way warmer sound than the bought version. Step 2. Render the project with a bit rate of 32 kilobits per second. This is to make it compatible with phones. Step 3. Make your serum wavetables in MS Paint. Final step, add 2 instances of sausage fattener and 3 instances of OTT to your mastering chain.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Friday night Smackdown review. Hope you guys are doing well. This is live. This is a new streaming platform that I am doing, and this is the new way I'm going to be doing things. But first, before we get to anything and doing anything at the moment, I am currently live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook and TikTok. The reason I point down is because I don't have a streaming card, and so I am currently live on Twitch on my phone. So if you guys are here, got any questions, or there's anything you want to ask during the stream, please ask as many questions as you want. We're going to be going through all of the topics and conversations and everything that has happened on Smackdown, and we will be doing some of our predictions going in to Night of Champions. So here we go. Thank you guys ever so much. Before we get started, I just want to quickly remind you guys of what's going on this channel over the weekend. Today we are doing our Friday night Smackdown review. As we can tell, at 6 PM UK time, we will be going live to do our very first ever watch along for Night of Champions. After that, I will be recording a video for everyone that's watching, and it will be a recap and sort of review of Friday of Night of Champions, which will be going out on my channel later that day. The day after, we will be doing our NXT Battleground watch along. If you guys are or haven't already, then please do go subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this on TikTok, please go and follow this channel, because we will be doing a live during it as well on TikTok, doing a watch along. If you're watching this on Twitch, if you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, don't forget to follow, subscribe on whatever you need, so you get instant notification for when one of my videos go live. Justin's coming in from YouTube saying enjoyed the show, kind of low key but good. We'll get into my opinions on Smackdown in a minute. But yes, completely agree with you. We're on a different platform that I was on, so I currently do not know how to sort of, I don't think I can press the comment to show it up on the screen like I did before. But we will be doing more. For you guys on TikTok that are here, thank you ever so much for joining me today. You are fantastic. What I want to try and do is build a community so I can get a stream key code that I'm able to perform all of this that we currently got on the screens here and on here all at the same time. At this precise moment, I have no absolute fucking clue how to do it. So, busy weekend that's going to be coming up on this show. We've got a lot of things happening. A lot of stuff is going on. But what I want to do is, before we get to any of it, I want to promote another channel, 2 channels, before we get into any of it. Tom Colohue is back. He is back from his break, and he has come back with spoiler warning and a Friday Night Smackdown watch along. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. Second one, our local establishment are currently going to be going live over the weekend, and they will be doing a Night of Champions preview, but they're also doing a review show with Astrid and I can't remember, Moreno, I think her name is, will be doing it, and Ed Fries, who is a normal takeover person, will be there as well. So let's get into Friday Night Smackdown, and to kick it off, we had Sheamus versus Austin Theory to kick off this show. Me personally, I want to hear what you guys say in the comments, what you thought specifically of this match. So we're going to go through this, and in the comments I want you to rate it out of 10 of what you thought about this match, what you thought was great, and where you thought this match was good, or what you thought could have been improved. So I thought this was a solid, hard-hitting match that I think helped Theory a little bit. I think it helped him a little bit of what he had to do and what he needed to do moving forward. But I didn't think it was massive. He got the roll-up win, but at the same time, to go up against Sheamus, who I feel is like the gatekeeper of WWE, or especially at this precise moment, Friday Night Smackdown, you have to go in there and sort of prove. If you don't have a good match with Sheamus, you're going to have a very long, hard time on Smackdown or WWE in general. So for me, I think it was good for him. He needed it. Sheamus did really well. Pretty Deadly coming in and sort of distracting Sheamus and sort of interfering in it as well, to get Austin Theory to make the roll-up win. I thought that was a good add to it. Sort of helps Austin Theory's sort of character he's currently got at the moment. yeah, it helps the character at the moment. We've got Justin here in the YouTube chat saying it was 6. He goes 6 out of 10. Oh, excuse me. 6 out of 10. Didn't catch some, but pretty deadly sighting. Absolutely. I put this as a 5 sort of thing out of 10. But when Pretty Deadly turned up, I gave it instant 7 because it is pretty deadly. And Pretty Deadly are fantastic. And I love every single second of them that they are on it. So, yeah, I just want to check the audio on a different channel. So if you hear my voice on something else, I do apologise. I just want to check to see if the audio sounds okay. Fantastic. And I love... Yeah, absolutely fine then. And it sounds really weird hearing myself back, especially with that. But yes, so it was okay. It was good. I'm happy with that. And then we got a backstage Roman Reigns sighting. Roman wasn't happy. Roman said that Jay was the most important person in the bloodline. Completely sort of, let's put it bluntly, shall we, shitting on Jimmy. Jimmy wasn't happy about that, so he stood up and said he wanted to leave. As he was leaving, he just stood up, and Roman Reigns wanted to talk to him and said that. And if you look at the background when Roman was talking to Jimmy, Solo is staring, and I don't think the man blinks. I think we discovered this last week on the Raw live review we did last week. That Solo has the inability to not blink. We've got a question here from Justin quickly before we go back into anything. Who do you think beats Theory? Oh, there was this question about this earlier, and I could see people were saying that they think it could be Sheamus, Bobby Lashley. If I was anyone, and I really looked at what was going on and what was happening, the way that I would sort of end this is Butch, who is currently Butch, but should be Pete Dunne. The name annoys me. I would have him turn on Sheamus, and then him dethroning Austin Theory. But then at the same time, I would say you can't have two heels against each other. Maybe there's a way where it's a triple threat match: Sheamus versus Theory versus Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne turns on all of them, pins Sheamus, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. And that's how... I've pressed a button and I want to see what it does. And that's what it does. It just shows up on the screen. That's pretty cool. How long does it stay there for? I can't say that. By the way, that's just my own personal channel. And this was from a long time ago. I just wanted to know what this does. I'm pressing buttons while I do this live on stream as well. So, what does this do? Oh, does that noise. Alright. So if your name has already done this, I know we've got a couple of people already here. So that's how I would do it. I would get Pete Dunne somehow to have that title and run with that title until Royal Rumble. That's how I would do it. That's how I would get more and more people to sort of look at that and see how they go with it. Yeah, so Jimmy is standing up in front of Roman, won't sit down, won't walk away. Roman walks up to him and sort of says, remember when we were children, I had you, I beat you, it was always me. That was the most important part of the bloodline, etc., etc. Yeah, the one thing that I didn't like about this segment is I didn't think Jimmy's facial expressions, and I know they're wrestlers, they're not actors, but Jimmy's facial expressions during this, I didn't think that were that good. But we'll move on to later on that night where I thought Jimmy made up for it by a mass. Just said, agree, that'd be fun. Yeah, I completely agree with you. So for me, it is very much, how can they do that? Jimmy needs to find a way, during the backstage segment, needs to find a way of making himself feel vulnerable. He's got Roman Reigns over him. Yeah, you've got someone on top of you and talking to you in your face, but you need to sort of bow your head a little bit, make it not like you're not you slightly give a shit, in a sense, and I didn't think he did that very well. We had another vignette. Talk about vignettes. How many did we have tonight while I drink my Game of Thrones drink? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we had another vignette. Went into Raquel and Shotzi versus Bailey and Dakota. Bailey and Io. Sorry, I put Dakota because I wanted to talk about her. Reports coming out, as we all know from now. Someone on TikTok. I love that Cody's shirt have the same one. Yeah, I got this for my birthday or Christmas. I think it was my birthday. Yeah, I think it was for my birthday. My brother got it for me. Absolutely loved it. To everyone that's in the chat, or if you've got this, what is your favourite? Anyone that's watching around, what is your favourite wrestling shirt that you have? Put in the chat. Tell me what you know. Put in the comments what is your favourite wrestling shirt that you have. So Dakota Kai, I feel really bad for Dakota and Liv Morgan because it was a good match, but for Dakota to oh, excuse me, I've got a tick on my throat and it will not go. For Liv Morgan to get injured and then Dakota Kai doing a move and then trying to protect Liv Morgan, but then actually injuring herself more, so I sort of feel bad for her quite a lot. It's just like, it's a shame that it's happened and it went like this, and I was like, damn it, damn it. So I feel bad, feel very, very bad for them. The one thing I will say in this match was, you can tell that they've edited this match and what they were doing. So we got a question here on TikTok before we get into Raquel Rodriguez. From TikTok, I don't know why Cody wants to fight Brock with a broken arm, and the bloodline is going to crack. The bloodline crack has been there since Royal Rumble, before Royal Rumble, but thoroughly at Royal Rumble onwards. Reason why Cody wants to fight Brock with a broken arm is because he's a white meat babyface. And white meat babyfaces get beaten down, something gets broken, something happens, and they just come back and try and win a match. But we'll get into Brock Lesnar. Stick around. We're going to be doing some predictions for some of the matches now, and don't forget to come and follow. And for tomorrow, where we will be doing our watch along and going through some of the matches as we get going. But yeah. Justin says, don't really have one. I think it's towards shirts. But Friends Bro had one that said, fuck fear, drink beer. Yeah. That sounds like something that Beer Money would do in Impact back in the day. I'll be watching as well. Perfect, Anthony. Thank you very much. Hopefully you come and make sure you follow. And you'll get a notification for when we go live if you want to come and join in with us and have a chat with us during the show as well. That'd be amazing. But yeah, that is something that Impact would do. All this Stone Cold Steve. I just got what SCSA means. I am very slow this evening. It is currently 3:25 in the morning for me. I'll be watching as well. I am. Thank you ever so much, Anthony. That does mean a lot. But yeah, that is perfect Stone Cold. But also, if you remember back in the day, there was a group, Beer Money, in Impact. And it was Robert Roode and James Storm. And they would say exactly the same thing. I miss Beer Money. Such a shame what happened to them in the end. Anyway. Right, moving on. Yeah, so Raquel Rodriguez's movement, I thought is very lackluster. I need to see more. When she hits the ropes, I need her to hit it. I need her to really go into those ropes, really sort of be that powerhouse she needs to be. I like Raquel Rodriguez, and I think that she could be a star, but she has to do a lot more, and she can't just be relying on that back muscle thing that she does to sort of get over. And then the one thing I will say for this match as well is you can tell how far ahead Io Sky is compared to everyone else in that match. Why can I hear myself on another screen? I don't want to hear myself. Love me some beer money. Yeah, absolutely, Justin. I completely agree. So it was very much. Io is just miles ahead of like the other two of Raquel Rodriguez and Chauncey. And Chauncey did things where she dived through the legs, which was very cool, and what she does. And there was a few bits that made her look great moving forward. But at the same time, it just felt a bit. She doesn't feel credible. There's nothing credible about Chauncey and what she's doing and how she got there. She just turned up. And now she's meant to be in the tag team title match. Don't get me started on that tag team title match. But all I can say is I'm seeing Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler winning that on Monday. There is no one other in that tag team I see winning. Unless they give it to Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green just for the work that they're doing at the moment. I just don't see anyone else credible that will be able to do what they're doing. Also, don't forget, while you're here, that if you are enjoying this stream on TikTok, on Twitch, on any other other platforms that you're currently watching this on, don't forget to hit a like. If you are currently on YouTube, please hit that like button. We currently have no likes. And a couple people watching, so please hit that like button if you're here already. That would mean the absolute world to me. And if you're following me on TikTok and you're watching this, then please do follow me so you can get instant notification. And if you're watching this on Twitch, follow as well. And Facebook, follow the account while I drink, because this throat is killing me. Right. So, before I get into your question on TikTok, and before I get into anything else, let's finish off this match. I need to mute that because I can hear myself. Please stop talking. Thank you. Io miles ahead. Bayley is showing why she is the ring general in that match. Just putting over. There was a point where Shotzi was going. Io was going for a pin on Shotzi, and Raquel come in to break it up. But it was so lackluster in the way that she sort of pushed out for the pin. It didn't go well. Bayley then actually doing it. The finish was a bit weird because Io is at the top rope. Bayley is trying to pull down Raquel. Shotzi's coming in, but Io then jumps over the top, hits Raquel on the head, which then she lands down on top of Bayley, and then Bayley can't get up, does a drop kick, but then Io then looks at what's going on, ignores it, looks around, and then they lose. It was a very, very, very motherly end to that. We've got a question here from Anthony on TikTok. Thank you very much for your question. I see Lita coming back. I don't see Lita coming back for a while. I think in that match, Trish is going to win by any means necessary. And I don't see her doing any more. Right, question for everyone that is here. We have another thing saying, whoa, 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 everywhere we go, watching Luke O'Connell putting on a show. Yep. Don't know what that is. But we've got a question for everyone that is here, that is currently in this. We have got Night of Champions, AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins in the first ever World Heavyweight Championship match at Saudi Arabia. There was talk that the old world title is going to be carried on to this new world title, but that all rumours was going to be aside when AJ said, I want to be the first world heavyweight champion. So, the question is to everyone, who is winning that match? AJ Styles or Seth freaking Rollins? Anthony has already come in and said Seth Rollins is going to win. Ooh. Personally, I would love AJ to win because I don't know why. I love AJ Styles. I think he's amazing and I think he's great. But I think Seth will just do it, but I want AJ to do it. have no clue. We have something here from Justin. He thinks Seth as well. It's going to be Seth. I will be, if we end Night of Champions, which, by the way, this has to main event. This has to be the last card, this last match of the card, to make it feel something. And if it's not Seth Rollins, the meltdown that's going to happen, it's going to be fun to watch, to be honest. It's going to be very fun to watch. So, why am I what is going on here? I don't want you. I don't want you. I'm having some technical difficulties at the precise moment. Right, let's just go on here. So, next up, we have Cameron Grimes versus Adonis. Top Dollar was interfered at one point after Cameron Grimes had a good start, dragging his leg away, and Adonis was on top. And then the cave-in by Cameron Grimes for another win. And then after the match, Baron Corbin comes down and attacks Cameron Grimes after the match because he beat him in less than 5 seconds, I think it was last time. Oh, I got a wedge. So yeah, there was so many vignettes. There was so many. It felt like at this point that SmackDown did their taping, but they didn't do enough work for people. So now that they've just gone, we need to put as many video packages as we possibly can in this. So, yeah, 5 seconds against Corbin. Yeah, completely agree, Anthony. Yeah, it was all right. It was okay. We then had Bianca coming out. Said that she wants to fight Asuka, she then plays her theme music and attacks her from behind. The one thing that annoyed me a lot with this was the piped-in cheers that Bianca got for this. It was so forced. She is not over as what the crowd are trying to. You can tell because everyone sat there like this, right? Going like this. I need to get my chair back a bit. Here we go. Right. So everyone in the crowd's like this and they're going. But you can hear, yay! But everyone's going. And it's like, what is the point? What is the point if you're going to do that? What are you guys predicting? Asuka versus Bianca, Night of Champions. Who are you guys going for? Are you going for a new... Okay, so here we go. A new Raw Women's Champion that is on SmackDown, or are we going for still Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown? They still need to do something with that fucking title belts because it is really annoying me. So who are you going for? We're going for a new or still? Let me know in the comments and let me know where you see it, what you think's going to happen, and where you think this match is going moving forward. So Anthony is going for a Bianca win. Personally, I don't. I see Asuka walking away with the title. And I feel like that the heel way of Asuka is going to be the way that she can hold that title until Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Then you can have the Bianca. Apparently they want to turn her heel, so you can turn her heel and then sort of have a heelish work of what to do moving on in the future. But I feel like we need Asuka to win that title because Bianca has made it. Anthony's mainly, I see a DQ happen. Please don't. Please don't. I really don't want to. Asuka needs this title. She deserves this title because the character change and everything about it needs to happen. So we've got a question here from Justin. He's put, please, dear God, Asuka. Yeah, I agree with you into that. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Oh, Oh, so I can have another screen for chat. Is that all chat or just... Right, I'm going to try something. Alright? This is what happens when Mark does a new thing for the first time live. You're going to get random shit happening. And that's exactly what we're getting right now. We're getting Mark doing random shit. No, I want this there. Let's try this there. Alright. This is me doing this. I'm on the new site. Trying to learn that. Right, so Dear God Please Ask Her by Justin. And then he's also going to put, but I will question why we didn't get this at Mania. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think Bianca's time was not to win at WrestleMania. She had her time against Sasha Banks at the WrestleMania before. She had her moment, and I don't think she needed that moment again. I do question that as well. Anthony's put, someone's going to lose their character anger. Yeah, I can see that happening as well. It's going to be interesting to see what's happening, what's going on. Thank you guys ever so much on TikTok that are following the live creator. I do not know what that means, but if someone could explain that to me. But yeah, thank you guys ever so much for joining. Thank you for the likes as well. Don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget to smash that like on YouTube, the follow and everything on TikTok. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitch, don't forget to follow, as well as Facebook. And if you're watching this on TikTok, don't forget to follow the channel. I do videos nearly every day, most days, and I will be doing a lot more stuff on TikTok. And if you're watching this on TikTok and never seen me before, my name is Mark Talks Wrestling. I started this channel about 4 months ago, 2 months ago. When was WrestleMania? Week up to WrestleMania was when I started this channel. Yeah, I started this channel about a month or so ago, and what I've been doing is trying to get a community together on different platforms. I do videos on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Friday, and I will do watch-alongs on any PLEs, premium live events, that WWE do. I don't watch Impact Wrestling, I don't watch AEW, so I just do WWE at the moment, and that's the easiest way for me to do it. If you want to go and subscribe to my YouTube, it is Mark Talks Wrestling. In the profile of my thing, there is a link to all of my social medias. So once this is finished, make sure you go and check that out and follow for more content. But yes, we're now moving on to AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. No, we're not. We just forgot the LA Knight. Yeah. Have to do it every time. I've just had a comment on Facebook saying you look like KO. I fucking wish. That man is a beaut. Absolute beaut. Hermit Crab. Love it. Absolutely love it. I wish I was KO. We had LA Knight versus Boogs. Street Profits coming out, going on commentary. Sort of helped it, sort of didn't help it. I thought Rick Boogs doing a military press over the top of his head and slamming LA Knight onto the table was pretty cool. Street Profits were quite entertaining. The crowd was so on LA Knight's side, it was unreal. They loved LA Knight, they were cheering for him. As we all know, this is a pre-recorded Smackdown. He is currently in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah, and he will be, apparently might be putting him in a match. But the crowd reaction, when Triple H come out and the whole Saudi Arabia was cheering for LA Knight, love it. And then he hit the BFT by LA Knight to pick up the win, went over to the Street Profits, and Street Profits are not a slouch on the microphone, but absolutely annihilated. We've got a comment here from Hermit Crab on TikTok. He says, is Big E ever coming back? If you go and follow the Tom Collihu channel, he has given an update on that. Big E is still having medical tests. It's looking promising, but they don't know yet. And apparently they want to bring him back as a manager type for Xavier Woods, so that sort of, you know, when Edge come back with his neck injury and he wasn't allowed to wrestle. they sort of protected him by not anyone wasn't allowed to touch him, but he could do moves on you that were protected. That's basically what I think they're looking to do with him. We have a comment here over on YouTube from Justin, who is a very loyal person. I'm not saying. What would you community member? There we go. Community member who has come here for every single Smackdown live review on YouTube, and you know how much I love you for that. So Justin, I love you, man. It means a lot to me. So he puts LA Knight needs Money in the Bank. Yes and no. Yes, because it's LA Knight. No. Actually, okay, I've got a question for everyone that's here. If LA Knight has Money in the Bank, how would you book him to cash it in? If you book it LA Knight to have Money in the Bank, how would you get him to cash that in? Would you get him to cash that in on Roman? Or how would you do it? That's the question I have for everyone in there. I want to hear all of your comments on all of what you think. And I've drunk all my drink, and I still have a froggy float. We've got another question. While I let you guys think of that and tell me what you think, we've got a question here from Anthony. He says, you know Bray is expected to make a return and they're going to put him on the SummerSlam poster. I was watching Tom Collihu spoiler warning earlier. Basically, he is coming back. WWE have hired a new writer. This new writer is so... Excuse me, it's fucking cough. This writer's sole purpose is Bray Wyatt. What they want to do is to try and get... WWE want Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt to go their separate ways. Alexa Bliss doesn't want that, nor does Bray Wyatt. But what they're trying to do is find a way of getting him back. They think Alexa Bliss is coming back very soon. And they think that Bray Wyatt will be returning before SummerSlam, so he could be attending there. But they have to, and I can't make this any clearer than I possibly can, make the return fucking better than what you did before. Because it was terrible. The last 6 months, however long it's been, has it been 6 months? It was Extreme Rules, wasn't it, when he come back? Why do I think it was Money in the Bank? But yeah, it wasn't the greatest return. Let's be honest with each other here. They made it too long. They didn't make his return too long. What they made him do was not get in the ring. He had one match against LA Knight at Royal Rumble, which was an okay match, but he was a bit behind. But at the same time, it didn't really go there. Justice put wait a bit for cash. Yeah, so I was thinking about this while I was talking of how I would get LA Knight cash in on to become the WWE champion. The way I would do it is SummerSlam. Or whoever has Money in the Bank by SummerSlam. So, my prediction is at SummerSlam, we're going to be getting Jay versus Roman at SummerSlam. And I think this is going to be the finale to the Tribal Chief. And I think this is where you're going to see the end of the Tribal Chief character. Because it will go back to Roman Reigns, but he won't be the head of the table, he won't be the Tribal Chief, he won't be anything. So I have Jay winning, and winning the WWE title. But because the match is so grueling, and because it was so hard on Jimmy doing it, and Jimmy stands up, and as Roman's about to leave, gets speared by Roman Reigns on Jay, because he's so angry he's lost, beaten down, brutalised, gets destroyed by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is now walking out. LA Knight's music hits, runs down to the ring, cashes in, beats Jey Uso for the WWE title, because I don't think Jay should be holding a WWE title. And then you have this match going into Royal Rumble. And then you can lead the Royal Rumble winner, or whoever it is, moving forward. That's how I would do it. Justin likes the way I put that. Yeah, that's how if LA Knight or someone has the SmackDown, has the Money in the Bank, that's how I would book it. I should be a booker. Simple. I should be the booker for WWE. Or anyone. Anyone's hiring and they want a booker and they want ideas of how to do things, DM me. DM me. I'm always available to do WWE, mate. Yeah. You're making 2 new men. Yeah. You're also holding the prestige of the Usos because one of them has held the WWE title, right? Maybe for like 20 minutes. I think you could go back to Daniel Bryan held the world title for 20 minutes. And then Randy Orton cashed in on me because Triple H pedigreed him. That's how that ended. So I would have the same type of thing, but you're keeping the Usos as a credible tag team and a credible team. But you're also keeping a man that could now be a main eventer and be a heel. And you've got a white meat babyface in Jey Uso, who was the one that could dethrone Roman Reigns and do it. You could also use it as Solo as being the man that will cost Jey until Roman Reigns comes back. Or Paul Heyman will be the one that will cost Jey every opportunity he can to do it until Roman Reigns comes back. And then you're leading into WrestleMania with Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns, and you can end the whole thing there. And then on the Raw side, the world title side, you can have Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. Talking of Rhodes, we had someone on TikTok that's joined. Leave your Rhodes. See? Bringing the whole Rhodes family all together. Yeah, LA Knight on the mic completely destroyed the Street Profits getting back because we've now gone off on a rant. Getting back. LA Knight on the mic absolutely destroys Street Profits on the microphone, flicks the microphones and hits Wade Barrett in the face, which I found very funny. Which then leads into AJ Styles versus Karrion Kross. Kross had a good opening to this match, sort of was destroying AJ, beating him down, getting him down. AJ was on the apron, Scarlett comes over, holds his leg, gets pushed back. And Mia Michin comes out and sort of forces, shall we say, Scarlett back out the back. Which then means it's a one-on-one. I thought AJ really tried to help Karrion Kross in this match to get over with the big guy, letting him hit him really hard moves. And I felt that really helped Karrion Kross in certain type points of this match. The phenomenal forearm by AJ Styles in the end picks up the win. And as we said, he goes backstage. The thing with this match is Kross needs something to win. He needs wins. He needs to be picking up wins. He's not winning. And he is not getting the wins that he really needs moving forward. It's not really helping him at the moment. Yeah, we will get into those matches at the moment, Anthony. I'm just going to finish off this package, and then we will talk about the ending, the couple of matches we will do. And then if you join us tomorrow, we will be doing a watch along, and you can come and join in and give me your opinions on that. Make sure you come and join TikTok. You can join us on TikTok, but make sure if you want to join us on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook as well. Justin here, Kross, the Eater of Worlds. Talks big, never win. Yeah, he had such big thing in what was it? NXT. He had real big aura about him, and it just faded. Then we had about 45 video packages after that, running down the hold card for Night of Champions. And then we had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming out to the ring. And then Paul Heyman comes out after KO wants Roman Reigns to come out. Paul Heyman comes out, was about to introduce Roman Reigns as Solo, but the Usos interrupt Heyman and walking straight past him. This is the bit that really made the ending to SmackDown that we needed. This is what we needed. This saved SmackDown, I thought, tonight. This ending. Sammy wanted to talk. but KO would let him. KO saying that the Usos are the real head of the table and the Usos are the greatest tag team ever in WWE. I'm not gonna lie, I agree with that, and I will also change that in WWE to say the Usos are the greatest tag team in the world. There is no other tag team in the world that is better than the Usos. Please change my mind, because you can't. And then Jimmy fucks up a bit by saying that he is the tribal chief. Which then I went, oh, that's not going to end well for you, young man. It's not going to end well for you. Which it didn't. Roman Reigns comes out, stands there. Jay's about to hand him a microphone, slaps it out of his hand. Jimmy stood there, slaps it out of his hand. Sammy turns around to Roman and says, this is all falling apart because of you, which then he then gets his mic slapped out of his hand, which then KO then stunners Roman Reigns, and he sells it perfectly. And then there's a big brawl. Solo comes out, absolutely annihilates Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, spear to Sami Zayn, and then at the end I thought, this is, when I said earlier, right, when I said earlier Jimmy didn't do a very good job at acting, he redeemed himself here massively. Because when he's standing there holding those titles and he's not letting go and he's just holding it, just staring at them, looking at them, and Roman Reigns has just stood there with his hand out waiting for Jimmy to give it to him, and it was sort of saying, you will give me those titles, I will be the one that shows you who is the tribal chief, who is the best in the world, and I am the reason we are the best in the world. Excuse me. And then Jimmy just refusing to give him the titles, just was not having any of it. So in the end, Jay comes over, pushes Jimmy to the back, takes the titles and hands it over to Roman. Right, now, storytelling, kids. You remember when Jay didn't want to join the bloodline, but then he did, and then Jimmy come back from his injury, and Jay was trying to force Jimmy into becoming a bloodline member, right? We have now gone full circle. Jay is now protecting Jimmy. I still feel like Jimmy Uso's going to be the number one contender at Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, we're going to get Jimmy versus Roman in the UK. And then at SummerSlam, we're going to get Jay versus Roman. That's how I feel like it's going to go. That's how I feel like it's going to be. I have no other qualms about that. I think that's how it's going to happen. And that's how you end the bloodline properly. But the one thing that I keep sitting on is what happens to Solo. Is Solo going to find a way to cost Roman something? Solo has to, so the way I look at this is last week on Smackdown, when Roman barged into Solo, he looked physically scared of Solo Sikoa. So are we going to have something that Solo will do something to cost? In my words, I ain't got a fucking clue, but Solo will somehow and be in a way of doing something. Right, that was the end of Smackdown. Roman Reigns holding up all 4 titles as Solo gave him the other 2. And that's how we end Smackdown. Okay, so what I want to see in the chat and in the comments, I want to hear what your rating out of 10 was for Smackdown. What was your rating? I don't know why I joined that. There's literally nothing in here. What was your rating out of 10 for Smackdown? So Anthony's gone for an 8. Wow, that is very high for a Smackdown. Fair enough. Gone for an 8 at the summer of the... And Justin's put a comment saying the summer of the end of the bloodline. Yeah. We've got the year of Judgment Day and the summer ending of the bloodline. And it can't come soon enough. And it needs to go out with an absolute bang. This needs to bang massively and goodbye. And then we go into something else. Justin's put 6. Acceptable end was good. Yeah, the end was good. Yeah, I agree with you on that. So we've got 2. Anthony's put a comment earlier, which I said I would go back to. We have to talk about the 2 best matches at Night of Champions: Brock versus Cody Rhodes, and Solo and Roman versus KO and Sami Zayn. And then Anthony's put the bloodline at the end, save the ratings for... Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, your 8 is probably just for the ending. And I probably would give... out of 10, it was a 4 until the ending, where I would go with Justin, which was a 6. That's how I would do the ending to it. But your 8 is acceptable as well. Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes going up. I want to hear your predictions. We're going to do 2 more predictions. We've got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Who do you think is going to win between Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes? I'm not going to say my prediction until I hear your predictions. Once I hear your predictions, I will say mine. And then I want to see if it's in line. So Anthony has gone for Cody Rhodes, beating Brock Lesnar 2-0 overall with 1 arm. Why would you... Okay, so Anthony, how would you book this match with Cody Rhodes having 1 arm against who... Me in particular, for me, when I see Brock Lesnar, I go, if there's aliens coming to this country, I'm sending Brock Lesnar because he will absolutely annihilate them. So Anthony, for you, how would you book this match? How would you get Cody Rhodes winning? Same with you, Justin, as well. I know you're here and I know there's others as well, but people in the comments, how would you put the ending to this match? And the other question is, how long does this match go? So Justin has gone for Brock Lesnar picking up the win. Okay, so I'm going Brock. I'm going Brock Lesnar. But I want to see... He did something similar to Seth at Hell in a Cell match with 1 arm. He did, but there's a difference between Seth and Brock. Seth is a very good wrestler. Brock Lesnar's an animal. That's literally how I would put it. Brock Lesnar is an absolute fucking animal. Especially when he can sniff out someone's got 1 arm. So how would you book the ending to this? Let's see what you guys think. And then the next match we've got coming up, we've got the tag team title match. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa for the tag team title match. For the Brock Lesnar Cody Rhodes match, I've got Brock Lesnar winning. I can't see Brock Lesnar losing to a man with 1 arm. I can't see Brock Lesnar letting himself lose to a man with 1 arm. So Justin's going to go with a 10-minute match. 10 minute needs to be, goes to 8-2 Brock off. Yeah, 2 minutes of Cody Rhodes punching and 8 minutes of it of Brock Lesnar just absolutely annihilating it. Yeah, I agree with you, Justin. I can't see it anyway. Seth has beaten Brock and Cody beat Seth. Brock is angry. Cody is fighting with heart. Yeah. I can see that happening as well. I have nothing against that either. I just feel like if you're going to get... and I wouldn't get Cody Rhodes pinned. Oh, would I? No. Oh, by the way, I don't know whether you've seen, or I did this on my last week on my lives. I've got to find it again. I've got to find it again because the stat of this. Here we go. Let's look at the win-loss record in the desert ahead of blah, blah, blah. Brock Lesnar has wrestled 6 matches in Saudi Arabia. He has won 5 and lost 1. I think the one he lost was Goldberg. to his name. He has an 83 win percentage at Saudi Arabia. The Saudis do love Brock. So Justin's come in with a comment about Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Zayn and Owens retained due to Jimmy accidentally, or was it, costing? Yeah. You see how he pinned Brock? Yeah, but they can't do it again. There's no way they will get Brock Lesnar. The one thing with Brock Lesnar, he won't do the same. I'll say that he did it with Goldberg. The same finish twice. He will learn from what's going on and do it. Also, what I will say is I want to see more blood. Never thought I'd say that sentence. Yeah, and also I've gone for a Brock Lesnar win. I think he's going to pick up the win. I don't see how he loses this, and it will build into Money in the Bank where you could have Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar at Money in the Bank, and for the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. For Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I've gone with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens retaining, and Jimmy and Jay will cost Roman Reigns, which will lead to their feud moving forward. Anthony's put, I'm fighting for Cody till the end. Biggest fan. Go for it, my man. Go for it. It is going to be an all-out brawl, an all-out war going into it. So yes, thank you guys. So that will end and wrap up my review of it. We will be doing a watch-along tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time, where we will be going live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook and TikTok. I will be doing this again on TikTok moving forward. We'll be doing a lot more until I see it. I see the same happening with the tag title match as well. What you see, KO and Sami retaining, Anthony? Let me know. Thank you guys ever so much for joining me on YouTube, Twitch and Facebook. Thank you ever so much. You guys have been an absolute lifesaver. Justin, you are the man for keep joining me every week. I know you won't be here for the next 2 days, but thank you guys ever so much for joining me, and I will see you guys very, very soon. And all love, all care, and peace.